Today, we're going to tear open one of the most common objects on the entire planet and uncover the incredible science and engineering that's packed inside. Let's dive in. Seriously, take a look around you right now. You've probably got a phone, a laptop, all kinds of cool tech. But I'm willing to bet that the most ingenious and definitely most ignored piece of engineering is something you probably just think of as trash. Yep, the good old cardboard box. We see dozens of them, right? They bring us everything, but we almost never see them for what they really are, a tiny masterpiece of strong yet lightweight design.
All right, so first up, we're going to break this thing down. We're going to peel back the layers, literally, to figure out what makes a simple box so surprisingly tough and useful. Okay, first things first, and this is super important. The boxes that deliver our world aren't just thick paper. The real name is corrugated fiberboard, and trust me, that one word, corrugated, it changes everything. It's the whole secret to its strength. So what's the big deal with corrugated? What's actually going on inside that brown paper that lets it protect, everything from a fragile light bulb to a heavy washing machine? Let's take a look. Okay, this is where the magic happens. The secret is this middle layer called the flute. You can think of it like a whole series of little arches or bridges, all connected. That wavy shape creates amazing stiffness and also acts like a cushion. It's the hidden genius of the whole design. Now, that wavy flute can't do its job alone, right? That's where the liners come in. These are just the flat sheets of paper glued to the inside and the outside. They give you a smooth surface to print on, but their real job is to hold that flute in place, creating this super strong 3-layer paper sandwich.
And what's really cool about this whole setup is how easily you can customize it for more strength. A standard box is single wall. That's one layer of that wavy flute. But if you're shipping something heavy or delicate, you use a double wall box. You just stack another flute and another liner in there. It's a brilliant, simple way to make the box way, way stronger.
All right, so that's the theory. But how does all this science actually look out in the real world? Let's go from the drawing board to the factory floor and see how this basic idea explodes into a crazy variety of products. To do that, we're going to look at a real company, Boxpool LLP, based out in Gujarat, India. They're a perfect example of a company that takes these fundamental rules of corrugated design and just runs with them, creating all kinds of specific solutions.
And hey, what do you know? Sound familiar? One of their main products is the double-wall 5-ply carton box. Those 5 plies? That's the 3 liners and 2 flutes we were just talking about. So there it is, the theory we just learned, made real and ready to go. But here, this is where things get really interesting. They don't just stop at 1 or 2 standard sizes. The real engineering comes in when you adapt it for a million different needs. A box is almost never just a box. It's a custom-built tool.
For example, a corrugated mango box. Think about it. It's not just about being strong. You need ventilation, right? So the fruit doesn't spoil. You have to design it to prevent bruising. It's built for one very specific, very delicate job.
Or you could take a corporate chocolate box. Now the whole game changes. It's not just about protection anymore. It's about presentation, creating that premium luxury feel. So the structure, the high-quality printing, the colors, custom inserts to hold each piece, it's all designed to represent a brand.
Then you can swing to the complete other end of the spectrum, an oil packaging box. This has to be incredibly tough to handle all that weight, and it probably needs special coatings on the inside to deal with any potential leaks or spills. The demands are purely industrial. And finally, check this out, a biohazard box. Wow. Here, the engineering isn't just important, it's absolutely critical. You're not just protecting a product anymore, you're focused on safety and containment. The stakes couldn't be higher, and that box has to perform perfectly, every single time.
So with all this specialized custom work, you have to wonder, are customers actually happy with the result? Well, looking at the reviews for Boxpool, it sure seems like it. Out of 66 reviews, they're sitting at a solid 4.2 out of 5 stars.
And if you dig in a little closer, a whopping 61% of people gave a perfect 5-star rating. That really tells you something. When you engineer a product for a customer's very specific need, they absolutely notice.
Okay, so this all leads to a really practical question. If you're a business and you need something unique, whether it's for mangoes or for medical waste, how do you actually get the right engineered solution? Well, the process is usually pretty straightforward. You might start by picking a general style. You get a quote. But step 3, that's the key. Describe requirement. This is the moment where the customer communicates the exact problem. The weight of the product, the shipping conditions, the need for high-quality custom printing, a logo, special coatings. This is where your problem meets their engineering solution.
All right, so let's bring it all together for the final fold. Sorry I had to do it. What's the really big takeaway from all of this? The big idea is this: a box is never just a box. From that core strength of the flute and liner to all the endless customizations for fruit, or oil, or fancy gifts, a box is a targeted solution. It is a piece of engineering designed to solve one very specific problem.
So I'll leave you with this. The next time a package arrives at your door, before you just break it down and recycle it, take a closer look. Will you still see just a disposable container? Or will you now see the hidden layers of clever engineering, designed specifically for the journey it just took to get to you?